Celebrity Reporting, Putting the Cult in Culture, by Kaya Burgess, April 22nd, 2008. Britain boasts one of the oldest democracies in the world. In Britain you can vote for your local MP and elect your city mayor. You can also vote for who to evict from the Big Brother house, or opt for the best celebrity ice skater. The British press is among the freest in the world, a freedom designed to hold the governing authorities to account. However, the press in the 21st century seem to prefer to hold celebrities to account rather than those in power. Woodward and Bernstein have been replaced by the 3 AM girls in a media world obsessed with the cult of celebrity. Media lawyer John Battle said,
"The public interest shouldn't mean what is interesting to the public, but rather what is in the public's best interest."
This may apply in a legal sense, but in terms of content, titillating readers is seemingly prioritised over informing them about the wider world. Investigative journalism has become synonymous with rooting, both literally and metaphorically, through the trash of the famous, rather than uncovering malfeasance. More column inches are dedicated to Britney Spears' state of mind than to the state of the country. And celeb gossip is no longer the preserve of the tabloids. Once confined to sections like the aforementioned 3 AM girls in the Mirror, it is now seeping out of the middle pages and into the leading sections of more serious publications. The Independent on April 9th bore a full page 3 story about the domestic debacle of actor Rob Lowe and his extortive nanny. I was in the Indies newsroom when the story was being subbed, and overheard one reporter boasting they had got the story before the Mirror.
"We should call ourselves the 2 AM girls,"
he joked. While working at Metro, I was handed a photograph of actress Eva Longoria in a bikini.
200 words to go with
this, demanded the news editor. I was encouraged to abandon the neutrality and objectivity of news writing and employ phrases like stunning actress and perfect tan. It felt less like journalism and more like professional voyeurism. But how does this brand of peeping Tom journalism threaten democracy? The problem arises when the press superimpose the cult of celebrity onto the world of politics. The dividing line between a politician's public service and their private life has become irrevocably blurred. The watershed came as long ago as 1963, when it was revealed that Secretary for War John Profumo had been sleeping with the same call girl as a Soviet naval officer. The ensuing media frenzy was indicative of the changing attitude of the press, and all but brought down Harold Macmillan's government. Derek Brown of The Guardian said,
"In the deferential spirit of the 1950s, the rumours may have been restricted to salon gossip. Now, in the new age of iconoclasm, the whispers were amplified in the media."
Aside from being almost gratuitously iconoclastic, the media's celebritization of politics is squeezing out more serious public interest issues from the news agenda. Take the London mayoral election. Responding to the press's prioritisation of personality over policy, the Conservative Party chose Boris Johnson as their candidate, a man better known for hosting Have I Got News for You than for his political acumen. In short, a celebrity. The press seem less concerned with his policies than with how many women he has slept with, or how much cocaine he has snorted. Johnson wants to abolish the Affordable Home Scheme. He makes casually racist remarks, and was sacked from the shadow cabinet of his own party for being deceitful. Yet his buffoonery and larger-than-life personality, and haircut, make him the darling of the media, and put him ahead in the polls. Andrew Rawnsley of The Observer said,
"If the contest for London is reduced to a personality contest, a capital version of Celebrity Big Brother, then Ken will lose. Ken doesn't win a celebrity contest because he is no longer an insurgent and exciting personality in the public eye."
Ken Livingstone wearily agrees, and said,
"It's all about celebrity. That's why I really particularly want to get onto policy issues, not have this as a personality contest."
Voter apathy is surely a corollary of this cheapening of public debate. Away from politics, the Telegraph this month appointed Anita Singh to the new position of show business editor, a role surely unthinkable in a quality newspaper 20 years ago. Even BBC News 24 has its Showbiz News segment, an oxymoron if ever there was one. Former arts correspondent Rosie Millard said she had often been
reporting on some film everyone knew was rubbish, just because it had a celebrity in it.
The BBC News website regularly gives high billing to stories from its own reality TV shows, often reporting results from The Apprentice more prominently than news that, for example, police funding is being cut, as happened on March 27th. In the US, MSNBC anchorwoman Mika Brzezinski tore up her script live on air in protest at a story about it girl Paris Hilton leading the breakfast bulletin above news from Iraq. Professor Stuart Allen may say that good journalism is popular culture, but one consequence of this populist shift in tone is that standards of journalistic practice are actually being lowered. Media commentator Roy Greenslade asks whether prejudice, distortion and the cult of celebrity means that the press is going to hell in a handcart. But are prejudice and distortion byproducts of the cult of celebrity? Greenslade said,
While holding aloft the banner of press freedom to justify their unwarranted intrusions into people's lives, the press show no balancing sense of responsibility. The freedoms they exercise are the freedom to titillate, the freedom to terrify, the freedom to taunt.
This leads to a brand of shock and awe journalism that relies more on tugging at the heartstrings and outrage of the reader than on revealing the truth. Rumour is presented as fact, fears are played on, and, as Rawnsley said, whispers are amplified. And all because the bar has been lowered by the press's voracious need to idolise and then demonise celebrities. But why is there this idolatrous reporting of celebrities? Does the press respond to public demand, or does it dictate it? It is a chicken and egg scenario where the press recognise the growing appetite for tidbits of celebrity gossip and then fuel that hunger in a vicious circle. If people want to see Amy Winehouse stumbling out of a club, then the press will give it to them. In spades. And so they want more. So perhaps the press really is going to hell, but in a bandwagon rather than a handcart.